Welcome to Bouldersaurus. In this episode, I'll be climbing a trio of difficult boulders. The first boulder starts with an entire sequence using one left heel hook. There's no other footholds on the bottom of this climb, so you must bicycle this large trunk hold to move through the series of pinches. Let's look at what the hands are doing. Notice I move between an open hand grip and a pinch grip. This comes down to personal preference, but I find my open hand grip is stronger, so I favor it, and only use the pinch when I need to exert lateral forces on the hold because the thumb provides extra stability. I get a heel hook to do this difficult move to the left. This keeps my base wide and stable. Let's look at both components together. It's hard to see in the video, but my heel is also cammed against the wall. The heel is dug into the hold and my toe is pressed to the wall to create an oppositional force, kind of like how a crowbar is used to pry something open. You can see how much body tension is required to cross over to this crimp. This is one of the crux moves. Now, let's move on to the top section, where navigating these bubbly holds becomes the main focus. These holds have no regular surface, so you must think extra hard about where and how to grip them. Starting with the first two holds, notice that I wrap my right thumb around the volume, which lets me dig into this hold more. I take some time on the second hold to find the perfect bumps to press my fingers, so I can move out to the right. This last section of the climb is straightforward, but it is extra challenging because the entire first section of the climb is so tiring. Finding the last foothold is also difficult because it blends in with the wall. Let's watch the climb in its entirety. The second boulder has these dual texture slopers where the shiny part has no grip at all. I saw many climbers struggle with the first move because it requires a rather counterintuitive underhanded grip. The reason for this underhand grip is that it mitigates any torque produced when moving to the second hold. Right after this first move, you have to jump to a hold around the corner and compress tightly to control the swing. Here's that jump. Here's something I didn't notice until watching myself climb. I kick my right leg out to dampen my outward momentum. It's like a figure skater spreading their arms to slow down a spin. Now, we move into the crux section, which is a series of compression moves between really bad slopers. Notice I use heel hooks here to keep my hips close to the wall. Let's look closer at my hands. I use a very open-handed grip on these holds to keep my grip as perpendicular to the hold surface as possible, which maximizes the friction I have on them. A left heel hook and then a big move upwards brings me to one of the best slopers on the climb, which is needed to move up to the finish hold. The penultimate hold is much worse than the finish, so I skip it and then compress my legs together like scissors to hold myself to the wall to get the final match. Let's see the whole thing together. I start this last climb by moving through these 2 crimps. I use a back flag to move my body under the first crimp to make it easier to grab the second one. Let's look closer at my hands. I say it again and again, but I almost exclusively use an open hand grip when I climb to put minimal strain on my fingers. Notice how when I go to the second crimp, I lock off through my back instead of my elbow to give my body a bit more room to match. I skip this crimp and go right for this edge and take a moment to sort my feet before moving into the crux. The crux move is this bump from the sloper to this crimpy jug. The difficulty comes from the fact that the right hand is in a pressing position as opposed to an oppositional pull. I compensate by giving myself enough momentum so that when I hit the target hold, I'm experiencing a brief moment of hang time. This is called a dead point. If you picture a concave down parabola, I want to make sure I'm hitting my target hold at the vertex. Let's watch the whole climb. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a comment and a like as it'll help my channel reach a wider audience. See you soon.